Hey everyone, this is Anthony from Tech Talk with Tony, and I bet you guys are wondering what's in the bag. Well, it looks like we have another product from Coolermaster. This time they shipped it with just a little bit of swag, just this nice purple bag here. It is one of the tie bags, so we're going to go ahead and open it up here. I don't know what's in here. I kind of feel like Brad Pitt from the movie Seven is just yelling at me, "What's in the bag? What's in the bag?" And what we have in the bag is their V650 small form factor gold power supply. So this power supply is tiny. It is made for Mini ITX systems all the way up to EATX systems. Now, I don't know what EATX systems that you're going to be powering with 650 watts, but this is made for it. Has fully modular cables, has a 10-year warranty, it is 80 plus gold, and has a 15% fanless rating. So basically anything under 15% load, this unit will stay fanless. As you can see, you get your Coolermaster logo here on the front and a nice representation of the power supply on the front of the box. We're going to flip it on around. I'm going to get you to the back side here. Fully modular, semi-fanless, 80 plus gold certified, small form factor power supply. Quiet 92 millimeter fan, so it is a little bit smaller fan, but it is a small form factor power supply, so couldn't shove a 120 in there. It is, like I said, small form factor, designed for Mini ITX builds. It does have a small form factor to ATX bracket in the box, so that means that if you are using it in a regular ATX case, there is already a bracket included to be able to mount it in a full-size ATX case. They have their fan curve here along with their efficiency rating. Like I said, this is a gold rated power supply, so 80 plus gold certification ensures a typical efficiency of 90% under normal load. We'll go ahead and open this bad boy up here. I think it'll be a little bit easier if I open it this way. So first off, you're going to get your manual here and this user guide. So right here, it does show you the pinout and what voltages should be on that pinout. I'm going to try to get everything. There you go. Don't know how well you can see that. Toss that to the side here. Ooh, a baggie. So it looks like this is going to be your small form factor to full ATX bracket here with some cable ties and little screws. We'll get to that later. Well, this is unusual, so it looks like instead of going with the nice Velcro box or bag that they normally include, we are sitting here with a plastic bag. Now, here's what I can tell you. I cannot guarantee that this is a retail unit. This is a review sample sent to me by Coolermaster, so none of this could be final. All of this could change. This bag could end up being the Velcro bag that you guys saw in the previous video of the V650 V2 gold rated white power supply. So this could not be final. It does have just some markings on here when it was packaged. It does have a QR code. But yeah, and has everything locked up. I don't think this is going to be final. I think this is just going to be part of the pre-production for the review units. But we will see when the unit is finally out. The only place I could find this for sale, at least with a listed price, was Newegg, and it had a listed price of $179.99, and it said it only shipped from China. So like I say, cannot even say that as a final price. It may be cheaper, may be more expensive, but we're going to set these to the side and get the actual unit out. So as we can see here, this box is really tiny. I mean, two hands, and I have like tiny hands for a guy, so it's a very small box. And wow, that is very small to be a power supply. Like literally probably the smallest power supply, or it is the smallest power supply I physically have ever seen, even counting OEM power supplies and computers. This is the smallest one I've seen. Comes in a nice little plastic bag here. Maybe that'll change, but boy is this small. So have a little sticker here talking about the fan, silent standby mode at low loads, fan will not spin when load is under 15%, and they have it in other languages here. So we'll go ahead and pull that off. So very tiny power switch here. As you can see, you get your off and on, your normal Mickey Mouse plug here with the Coolermaster logo. Boy, this thing is tiny. Like, it is just small. Like, it is just nothing. I really like it though. It is very heavy. I mean, feels very well constructed. A lot of oomph here. Very heavy, chunky boy for being such a small unit. But definitely feels like it has a lot of reliability here and built out of quality components. I am not an electrical engineer, so I'm not going to take this apart and start breaking down what caps and everything they use in here, but I would only expect the highest of qualities from Coolermaster. You get your 92mm fan right here that will only spin if loads are over 15%. Got your nice Coolermaster logo here. Fan does look really nice. It is really close to a lot of the components, but I mean, it is a really small unit. I mean, it is tiny. You have your Coolermaster logo with the V650 right here. You get everything on the back here. So this model is the 650 watt MPY-651-SFHAGV. So there is your model, and there's all your specs that roll out right here. You can see it's 80 plus gold. Looks like we have 20 amps on the plus 5 volt rail, 20 amps on the plus 3 volt, on the 3 plus 3 volt rail, 54.1 amps on the 12 volt rail, 3 amps on the plus 5 volt VSB rail. On the minus 12 volt rail is 0.3 amps. You get 120 total watts out of the 5 volt and 3 plus 3 volt rail. 649.2 watts out of the 12 volt rail, 3.6 out of the minus 12, and 15 watts out of the 5 VSB rail. I mean, everything looks good. I can definitely see that this sticker is a little off center. Like I say, it doesn't really matter. You're not going to see this a whole lot. But like I said, this is a pre-production unit most likely. It was a review unit sent over to me. So a lot of this stuff could not be final. There could be just a more centered sticker. Things could change. So right here we have the 18 pin motherboard connector with the 10 more pins right above it. You have 4 8-pin PCI Express and CPU power connectors right here. And you get 3 5-pin hard drive SATA connectors. So this is probably going to be, you have 2 SATAs and a Molex, if there is even a Molex in the bag, but we're about to go over that. But overall, this is a very chunky power supply, very heavy, feels very nice, very high quality. I mean, this unit is powerful enough to stick in my personal rig that's right over here, and it will power it just fine. So yeah, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and set this to the side, and I'm going to grab the power cables, and we're going to see what's in the bag. I dropped one, but that's okay. We'll get that in a second. So in the bag, we do have a Molex connector here. So we do have 4 Molex to 1 5-pin for the motherboard right here. I don't know how well you can see that in this light, but you get 4 Molex right here. So fans and other random things you can plug up in your case will get plugged up to these. Hope you're not using hard drives or anything that really needs this type of power anymore. You get your Mickey Mouse plug in the box. Here is going to be your PCIe connector for your video card. So definitely can power at least one 8-pin and 8-pin video card off of here. I don't think you're going to be able to run any of the new RTX 3000 series cards on this. Maybe a 3070, if you can even get your hands on one. Good luck. If you got your hands on one, let me know. Here we go. We get the CPU power connector right here, 8-pin to 8-pin. Let's see how long it is, just to give you guys like a generalized idea about how long this is going to be. Yeah, it's not very long at all. So you are definitely not going to be putting this in a full-size ATX case and running it around the back and to your CPU. You will need an extender for this, but because this power supply is made for small form factor, Mini ITX. So if you got a Mini ITX build, definitely should work for you, no problem. We are rolling on to another PCIe. Yeah, another PCIe. So maybe you could run dual graphics cards that are low powered on this thing. But I mean, if you're running 2 GPUs that are 8 pins a piece, yeah, dual 8 pins at that, I don't think this PSU is going to be able to maintain that unless it's a very efficient GPU. But it has them in the bag, so I guess we'll have to test that at some point. Looking at another CPU connector. So we have 2 sets of CPU connectors in here. This one is broken apart for 4-pin and 4-pin. The other one seemed a little bit more rigid, like it wasn't able to be separated into a 4 and 4. And we're going to keep moving on here. Got your SATA connectors, so it looks like you get 1, 2, 3, 4 SATA connectors. 3 of them are the right angle style, and if I can try to show you guys that, yep. 3 of them are the right angle, and 1 of them is just pure straight. You get another one with the same exact pinout for 3 right angles and 1 straight. And then in the end, you have your 24-pin motherboard connector right here. So, not really much to say. I mean, I've never had a small form factor power supply in my hands. This is really amazing what Coolermaster, and I would assume other companies have gotten units this small. But this is the first small form factor unit I've ever had. I do appreciate Coolermaster working with me and getting me this review unit as they did with the other unit, and sending a little bit of swag this time. So I really do appreciate Coolermaster working with me. They have been very easy to work with. Always there to answer questions if I have questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do have 2 more products to review that I purchased with my own money that were not sent to me from companies. So they are going to be a Gigabyte X5700 XT and an Asus TUF X570 motherboard. Look for those in the next coming weeks. But we're going to go ahead and sign off here. Thank you guys for watching this unboxing and brief review over this small form factor power supply. Don't really have a lot of things to say about it, besides this is a review unit and I would like to see the Velcro bag. But other than that, we are signing off. Thank you for coming and watching the video. Have a nice day.